Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the ABC of Excel series. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting and essential parts of Excel. Drum roll, basic formulas and functions. Now, these tools will save you time and effort whether you're calculating totals, average, or working with numbers in general. Yeah? Now, let's dive right in. Firstly, let's quickly define the difference between formulas and functions. Maybe you've countlessly heard about formulas, countlessly heard about functions. Now, what is the difference between them? Both of them are Excel essentials, and they're all important. But the difference is that a formula is a custom calculation you create, starting with equal sign. This equal sign that you have that you can see. So that is the formula. It's a custom calculation you create starting with an equal sign, whereas a function is a pre-built formula. A function is a pre-built formula, like the formula has already been built in Excel, and we have something like sum, like average, like counts, like mean, that is minimum, and max. So all these actually simplifies common calculations. Now let's do an example. Firstly with functions, and then firstly with formulas, and then with functions. Now, if we want to add numbers together using formulas, so let's start with a simple formula to add two numbers. Now, to not add numbers in Excel, we're going to type equals to sign, then followed by the two numbers you want to add. So for example, maybe I want to add 10 plus 20. I've written my equals to sign already, so 10 then plus 20, and then I'll press enter, and then I have 30. That's simple, right? Okay, so let's try subtraction, multiplication, division, and division. So subtraction, let's say I want to do 50 minus 20. I'm going to do equals to. Remember, when writing your formulas, you're starting with the equals to sign. So equals to what? 50 minus 20. I'm going to press enter, and then I add my subtraction. Yeah, correct, right? Next one is multiplication. Please always know that multiplication, in the when you're writing multiplication, you use your X, but in Excel or on your keyboard, you represent multiplication as the asterisk sign. The asterisk sign on your keyboard, which you can find on 8. And when you press Shift and figure 8 on your keyboard, you have the asterisk sign. So now multiplication, I'm going to type equals to. So what do we multiply? That will give us 30. Let's do equals to 15 multiplied by 2, which is 30 as well. So that is multiplication. Now, and for your division, when you're doing your division, you use the forward slash on your keyboard to represent the division sign, and then you're going to see your forward slash beside your shift key on your keyboard. Have you seen it? Okay, no problem. Now let's go. Now equals to, what do we do to give us 30? What do we divide to give us 30? Let's do 90 divided by 3 forward slash 3. That's enter, and we get 32. So that is basic formulas. That is formula. You're the one that is writing the formula, and you write it starting with your equal sign. So, but however, what about functions? Now let's move to our first function, in which here is going to be sum function. Sum means addition too, like sum this thing together, add this thing together. So sum is perfect for adding multiple numbers or a range of cells. It's perfect for adding multiple numbers or range of cells. Imagine I have this, my column D, filled with numbers. Do you think I'm going to start typing equals to, and I start writing the number one by one, equals to 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 50? No. So that is why we have functions that are inbuilt formulas that Excel has already for us. So now let's move to it. So we already have some values here that we calculated just now. These values, yeah? This is the values that we're going to use. 30, 30, 30. Let's just add some more. Let's add 20, 50, 100, 11, 45. Let's just add some numbers like that. Yeah. So for adventure, we add these numbers, and then we want to sum them together. So we can't be doing equals to, like I said, we can't be doing equals to 30 plus 30 plus 30. Oh, damn, that's a waste of time. So what do we do? That is where the sum function comes in. So now for the sum functions, I already have my values. I'm going to type equals to sum. Now, immediately I type sum, you can see that it brought out sum with functions. And what do we have here? It says sum adds all the numbers in a range of cells. That is what sum does. It adds all the numbers in a range of cells. And I have range of cells here. So what am I going to do? Now, I'm going to open my bracket. So another thing that you should note when you're using functions in Excel is that when you're typing equals to and the sum, you open your brackets. So what do we do? Yeah. So immediately I open my bracket, it's asking me for what is the first number. So what is the first number? I have 30 here, so I can come here and just click on the number. Yeah, right? Then after I write the number, there's a comma. It's asking me for the second number. I can do like this as well, comma. I can do this, comma. I can do this, comma, and so on like that. But however, it's still going to take longer time to complete it. The reason why we're using Excel is to make our work faster, easier. So this still looks a little bit longer. So what do we do? Let's clean that up. And then once I have my bracket open, I just highlight all the numbers that I want to add together. It's as simple as that. And then I'm going to close my bracket and I'm going to press enter. So voila, can you see how fast that is? I'm sure that didn't take 30 seconds. So that is it. So it summed up everything and then gave me the answer, which is 453. So Excel calculates the numbers automatically. Now let's go to average. The next is average function, which calculates the mean of a range of numbers. Average calculates the mean of the range of numbers. So for example, just using the same numbers that we used earlier, if I want to calculate the average, I'm going to start my equals to. So by now you should know that whether you're writing formulas or you're writing functions, always starts with equals to. Okay? Now equals to, let's write it. We're doing average, so let's write the function that we are using, the average function. So average, which is this. I've typed the average. I'm going to open my bracket. So after opening my bracket, let's go pick the numbers. I've told you we can't keep typing the numbers one after the other because it's going to take time. So let's highlight the old numbers that we want to use and then close our brackets and then we press enter. Wow. So the average that we have here of the numbers that we have is 41.18888. But remember, in our previous videos, we talked about reduction of decimal. So let's reduce this decimal. It's too much. Let's reduce it. Yeah, so our average or the mean sometimes is 41.18. I hope you're following. I hope you getting it. It's simple, right? Come on. Clap for yourself. Now for count, the same way that you did your sum, you did your average, it's the same way you're going to do your count as well. So you're going to come here. We are still using the same series of numbers that we used. So you're going to type your equals to count. Then I'm going to open my bracket. Let's highlight the old numbers that we've been using before and then close this. So I needed to note something. We are not asking it to add it together. We just want to count the numbers that we have here. And I'm going to press enter. So meaning that we have 11 numbers in our column B. We have 11 numbers in our column B. So that is count for you. I hope you're getting it. Please just write a comment. I'll appreciate it. Now for the remaining two basic functions that we have here, we have max and we have minimum, right? So for the minimum, it's still the same thing. By now you should get the drill that you're starting with your equals to sign, then you have your minimum, you open your bracket, let's highlight the numbers. Let's know the minimum. That is the smallest of all the numbers that we have here. We have 11. Okay, so you can see there's nothing smaller than 11 with the numbers that we have here. So 11 is the minimum. And then what is the maximum that we have here? That is the highest number. Let's type our equals to max. Let's highlight the numbers again. Let's highlight the numbers again. Let's close our brackets, and then we have 100. Oh wow, so the highest number that we have here is 100. Now I want us to note something, that you can combine functions and formulas in Excel. You can combine it to calculate maybe complex calculations. How do you do that? So for example, we want to add all these numbers, and then maybe we want to divide it by 2. So how do we do? We're first going to write our function, which is adding of the numbers together if it's equals to sum. Open my bracket. I'll add all the numbers together. I'll highlight all the numbers, close my bracket, and then I want to write my, like I said, it's a formula, right? So I want to divide all the numbers, sum it up, and then divide it by 2. So I'm going to write my division sign, and I told you division sign is your forward slash and divided by 2. Yeah, and I'm going to press enter. So 226.5. So that is it. So you can combine some function with a division operator. Now I need you to understand some quick tips when it comes to using functions. Always start with an equal sign when typing a formula or a function. Always start with an equal sign. Now use parentheses to group parts of your calculation, like in maths. Now, if you're unsure about a function, Excel provides int for you. Remember, just imagine if I press equals to SU. Imagine I press S. Excel is already giving me int. Like what probably is trying to know the kind of function I want to use. Is it a search function? Is it a search function? When I press U, it's already giving me other functions too that has SU in them. We have substitute, subtotal, but we are going with sum, right? So that is why we have sum. And then it's still asking because we have different sum if, some product, some SQS. Don't worry, later videos we're going to go over that later videos. So it's going to ask you, it's going to give you int. You shouldn't worry about that. To show you suggestion. And that is it for today's video, beautiful people. Now you know how to use basic formulas and functions in Excel. These skills will make working with numbers so much easier. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss any new tip in our ABC of Excel series. See you in the next video. Bye.